What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this episode, we're going to be talking about some of my modded handheld consoles. In my collection currently, I have a modded Sega Game Gear and a modded classic DMG Game Boy. Why do I have modded Game Gears and Game Boys in my collection? Well, pretty simply put, I enjoy the game libraries. And I don't know how you guys feel, but it's really hard to go back and play on these systems nowadays. Back then it was kind of hard still, but you kind of expected it back then at least. And there was some ways, like with the Game Boy, you could get like different types of lights and magnifying glasses. Same thing for the Game Gear. They made accessories for it as well. But going back and trying today, it's just not a pleasant experience. Usually a lot of ghosting on the screen, kind of hard to see what's going on. So yeah, and if you want to play on the original hardware, modding these systems is definitely the way to go. As far as the Game Boy goes, a little bit easier to do. I basically just added a bivert chip and just a backlight. I also changed the front facing of it as well to like a glass screen. But for the Game Gear, a little bit more difficult and a little bit pricier. You have to, well, I had to reflow all the solder on it, had to change out all the capacitors, put a new LCD screen in it, and a glass facing. But when you get done, the difference is so astronomical. It's definitely a whole lot more fun to experience these libraries like this, and I highly recommend doing it if you know how to do it yourself. You can get the kits to do these mods for like right around $100 or a little bit less online. So yeah, if you guys have some soldering skills and stuff like that, it's definitely a good thing to do for your handhelds. Now, it's not for everybody because there's obviously other ways to play these games. You have emulators where you can play a lot of this stuff on your TV. When it comes to the Game Boy games, you can play those on your SP or your GameCube player or your Super Game Boy. But, I wanted to play on the original handheld, so that's the route that I went. And when it comes to these modded handhelds, I'm not done yet. There's several more that I want to do. I have a TurboGrafx Express that I want to mod, and also my Atari Lynx. Those are the next ones that I want to do. Because just like these, it's really, really hard to play those systems nowadays. Modern LCDs really make a huge difference. But, basically, I'm going to try to put some pictures in the video here of kind of like a comparison, because I also keep a Game Gear and a Game Boy that is unmodded. So I'm going to show you some pictures of the differences at the start of some of the games that I took pictures for. And here in a few minutes, I'm going to shoot out some gameplay footage for you guys. I didn't want to take a whole bunch of gameplay footage, but I definitely tried to film myself playing these, which was not the easiest thing to do. But so you guys could get a good idea of what the modded systems look like when they're being played. But yeah, so at the end of this video, I'm going to kind of like give my overall thoughts on if I think you should have a modded system or not. We'll talk about more of that when it comes time. But guys, I think I'm going to shoot off to the gameplay footage here. So I hope you enjoyed that, and stick around to the end of the video and we'll talk a little bit more. So see you soon. welcome back, guys. I hope that didn't bore you too much. I didn't want to put a whole bunch of gameplay in there. I don't want to make these videos super long or whatnot. But closing out this video, I just want to talk about whether I feel like the modded Game Gears and Game Boys are worth it or not. The way that I look at it is pretty simple. If you can do these mods yourself, then it's probably worth it. Because like I said, you can get these kits for $100 or less for both systems. If you have to go on eBay and purchase something that's already done, it might not be worth it for you. It kind of depends on if you can find a deal or not. But if you don't want to play the games on these old handhelds with the old screens and stuff like that, like I said, there's plenty of emulator options out there or other ways to play these games. So yeah, that's kind of my viewpoint on this. I would love to hear what you guys think down below. Let me know what you have. Let me know if you like playing on modded systems. I would love to hear y'all's opinions. And let's have a little conversation. But I think I'm going to end the video here, and I want to say thank you so very much for watching this episode of GBA. If you haven't, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would help me out tremendously. If you guys know anybody who might like this kind of content, please share the video around. I'm always looking to grow the channel a little bit. But guys, I think I'm going to go play some games, maybe open up some boxes, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do too. So until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.